and they can feed off of it, you know, and keep on trying to funnel me back into a criminal lifestyle. And I just took off, man. I just took off, you know, and then I'm still trying to piece together everything that I need to do in order to just keep doing that and trying to, you know, pay bills. Like I said, I'm a 39-year-old man. I'm trying to make it, you know, and then, you know, I ain't realizing, like, there's odds stacked up against you, but, whew, man, your ass is against the wall, man, for real. You know, like I'm against the wall for real. You know, and these people are around Nashville, they'll just keep on trying to, like some motherfucker trying to play some damn cashier and shit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. I can sit right here like I was in the store today. I'm at the Travel Center right there behind Stadium Inn in East Nashville, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Right there off of Dickerson Pike. Right before you get into, you know, where the Titan Stadium is. Now here I am, I'm walking into the store. I'm watching all these people kind of run ahead when I'm coming in the store. And at this particular point in time, when I go into a store, I'm always watching for this. All of a sudden, I get in the store, the cash register just crashes. And they'll take me through some that, you know, that's stupid. To see, you know, does he get frustrated and then walk off? So he got this motherfucker standing behind me trying to blow and, man, I gotta go and do all this old little fake shit. And I realize this motherfucker acting. So I'm just sitting right there, man, just as patiently as I can until the cash register come back up. I'm watching all these different people start walking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting right here watching. I'm seeing what these people are doing, seeing how they're trying to, you know, make gestures of who they are or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just you know, I'm looking at it. You know, and I'm realizing, man, that these people are, man, they're just evil. They'll just keep on trying to set up some shit like that. Now, just imagine that's been a continuous thing over and over again. Hell, I ain't trying to do nothing but get a refill on my coffee. You know what I'm saying? But they'll try to run ahead. You know what I'm saying? And what these people in Hollywood will do, they'll quarter off an entire area. They'll quarter off an entire area. They'll know, hey, you know, I might go shop here. I might, you know, walk through the park over here. You know, I may work over here, and they'll quarter off an entire area. When these people are in your city filming these movies, do you see them doing that? You be like, oh man, they filmed this down here. I didn't know they filmed this down here in this city or this state that I live in. Oh yeah, man, I didn't know that. And these people are quartered off an entire area. See this asshole right here? Now, what did I film earlier about these people standing on this corner? You see how this ass, they'll try to repeat something. Because they wicked. You know? Well, I tell y'all. Right on cue. These people are the worst kind of evil that you could possibly imagine. This is the beast that I'm fighting in Nashville. This is it, and this is what you call psychological warfare. That was the man that was walking in front of me earlier. This is what you call psychological warfare. See how he met up? He one of them. I mean, these people can't even fool me. Even if they wouldn't meet up, man. I'm going through the grocery store getting behind people, and they shouldn't even notice. And I'm making gestures behind their back, and these people are trying to, you know, come around me and try to make another gesture around me, you know, that they saw what I was doing. You know, it's like that scene in Batman. And if y'all ever saw the newer Batman movies, and you know, Ra's al Ghul is training, you know, Bruce Wayne, and there's a scene in there where he's trying to come over his fear, and he gives them this intoxicant. And they have all these ninjas filing in line. And you know, Bruce Wayne has to figure out which one of them is Ra's al Ghul. So what he ends up doing is he ends up cutting all of them, you know what I'm saying? And to the point where he gets to the place where he knows which one of them is and which one of them isn't. And this was my version of doing that. So these assholes, instead of being like, all right, man, you caught me. These assholes just keep on going back and forth with me. You know, whatever situation I need to come up with, man. If it's sometime, man, on a day, there's hundreds of people following me around doing this shit. So the point where I'm trying to go to work, like I was talking about at Home Depot, you see how they tried to do that? So when I was going at Home Depot, these little monkey assholes trying to come to the job, and these people actors. You know what I'm saying? They trying to set up a little social engineering around the job. I'm talking about it happening every day. Only thing they doing, sometimes what they doing whenever they trying to repeat something over again is they trying to put me back to sleep. They think, man, if we set this up and we make this look like it's normal, then he'll believe that. That's how evil these people are, man. And they'll just keep on trying to push you into the point where you do really what anybody would do, and that's respond with violence. You know. But I'll do this first, because this really pisses them off. Fake ass motherfucker. It's telling they shit. The little secrets they trying to keep. You little fucking Hollywood jerk ass motherfucking nothing. I'm winning. Even though in the end I die. But what we need to quit doing is we need to quit marching and trying to have sit-ins with these assholes. That's what we need to stop doing. You know, marching, trying to have a sit-in, you know, trying to occupy something. Man, fuck these people, man. These people are wicked. They're going to have some spy around, you know, trying to sit amongst the crowd so they can take that, so they can use that in some type of film or something. So they can eat off of it. Trying to have little conversations with you so they can see what your mind and how you see something, so they can take that and be trying to make a commercial out of it. You know, the answer really ain't on this side of time is really to destroy this place. It's really to destroy the system altogether, instead of trying, you know, to be part of it. If these people were gonna change, man, and black people gotta be, you know, all people are really, but I'm a black man, so I'm saying this, black people really need to stop trying to do that more than anybody else. We've been on this motherfucker dealing with this shit longer than any other people in this country on this side of time, as far as dealing with, you know, injustice, you know, based on, you know, our experience in America. We need to quit doing that shit. We ain't gonna get no difference out of these people, man. I'm telling you what these people doing, and I'm a black man. These people might have already knew who I was, man. These people using sorcery, you know, following the stars. They using witches that are black to help further their agenda. You know, shit like that. So, you know, if I didn't get online and talk about this, then y'all would never know this was even happening. Just imagine this is happening to hundreds of other black kids that are gifted, that can actually make changes. But they gonna try to, you know, quarter that shit off and then try to take that person off and you know, get that person on their mindset and how they are. You know, co-op them. You know, all the rest of the kids, instead of trying to, you know, get them on something, you know, positive or something like that, they'll just keep on trying to, you know, turn this black kid into some thug or whatever. You know, and that person don't know they mama and daddy are fucking in a cult and are fucking actors, and they are sitting right here, you know, manipulating their life to the point where they keeping you in this scenario. They trying to starve you, and they keeping you in this scenario. They being paid on the back end of it. And you don't really realize, man, that's that person's job. That's that person's acting bit. Not everybody in Hollywood is equal to some motherfucker you see walking up and down a red carpet. Some of these other actors, this is what these people came up for them to do. You know? And so that's what they're doing. And it's a very intricate game. And I'm giving y'all the details of it from my perspective. And you really need to listen to me. Big time. Because the shit a nigga talking about in the conscious community, this, that, and the other, this is a big piece of it. Like, well, damn, man, why are we doing this right here and we doing that and we can't seem to get, you don't know what these people, what level these people done infiltrated things. They done infiltrated the whole entire conscious movement. They have spies, agents, playing people that are prominent figures within the conscious community. They got people down here, man, playing prominent figures within the government. That's the reason why you can't get no progression. You know what I'm saying? And then you would be trying to make some type of movement. You'd be like, man, how this thing get sabotaged like that? What happened? Well, we were supposed to go out here and do this on this day. But then this thing happened with this person. And oh, man, I know that person can't be. Yeah. If that person is the person who's directly responsible for some not going forward, that person is more than likely, very likely one of them. And they sitting right there feeding, yeah, man, they finna go down here. You know what I'm saying? They finna try to get together and they finna try to come up with some type of businesses, man. And they finna try to get free. You know, they finna try to come over, man, with another Black Wall Street. Yeah, man, they finna start buying and buying, you know, and then buying their own people products and doing this and trying to put together a better financial situation and, you know what I'm saying, trying to build families. And you don't know that this motherfucker standing next to you is a fucking agent. He feeding this shit to these people. I know it's hard to believe. But believe me, you got to know that it's true. Because it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's very true. I'm going to try to keep filming until my what's name cut off since I got so much memory. I thought I had less memory than I got, so I'm going to keep on filming until it cut off. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop for a second, man. Take a rest. Talk for a minute. You see where I am. I'm in Centennial Park in Nashville, Tennessee. They expect for niggas from Nashville to be so fucking stupid, man. Y'all need to really get out. Y'all need to take that thug mind and really transform it into something that's very progressive for your people. And your people might just be the members in your family. It ain't got to be no real big thing. Start with the people that are around you, man. Start with your family. If you got one that ain't in a fucking cult. Right here in front of the Parthenon. These people evil as fuck, man. They evil as hell. I can get over how wicked this place is. Once I started uncovering all the different layers of evil and lies, it's really just it's very you know, it'll overtake you. And then you'll start, you know, first you'll be blown away by it. And then the anger starts setting in. You know know what I'm saying? And then once you start questioning people and you see how they'll start trying to shift information around, you be like, yeah, I'm finna pause for about 10 seconds. Then once you start questioning people, you will see how they just start shifting information around. Oh, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about that. I really need to quit smoking. So you'll see them how they shift the blame, how they'll start shifting information around. You'll see how they start lying. Like I told you, I got my mama and the different people around me and my family. I would get them in different situations, man. I see how they react. I'm like, man, this motherfucker lying. This supposed to be my family. Man, this person a part of this. And like I said, it'll be mind-blowing at first, and then the anger starts setting in. That's why Lecorius Edmondson, like I talked about earlier in the tape, was trying to get me on that conversation about Jesse Dotson. He was trying to see if I was going to have the same mind, if I was just going to get a gun and then start shooting my own people up once I revealed the truth. And instead, I grabbed the camera and I started making videos. I mean, what would you do? These people around me, man, they're liars, man. They so evil, they ain't funny. You gotta be evil to do shit like this. You got to have no conscience. And if you ain't got no conscience, you ain't God. You can talk about you are. You can say you are. But then you're not. Because God has got to evaluate what's right and then what's wrong. So all these little dumbass rap niggas that you hearing talking about I'm God, and then talking about on the flip side talking about, man, I ain't got no conscience. Well, you ain't God then. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. Niggas just saying anything. That's some shit they done spied on somebody. Off on one of these situations like that, they done spied on somebody. And now they done came across, they trying to use it. That's why a lot of these rap songs, man, you be like, man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Cause he taking a bit, he done been over here in California, he been doing this. He done taking a little piece, he been over here in Oklahoma, he been doing this. He been up in New York, he been in Nashville, Tennessee. And so they'll be taking little bits and pieces and putting it, and then you be thinking, and then sometimes they ain't even writing the shit. Sometimes a motherfucker is, and I'm talking about just not rap, I don't just want to be hard on rappers. But I am a black man from the street, and I do have, or did have, a fondness for rap music. You know what I'm saying? And but it's also anybody in entertainment. I'm talking about these songs, man. You hear these fucking pop artists singing, fucking country music singers, rock singers, and these movies, and you don't realize that they done sit right here and it's directly based off them taking somebody to some social engineered situation, or they trying to play I Spy, on some job, and and they taking that information and then they trying to put it in media. You don't also realize that sometimes your local news story is based off of that. And I know that for a fact because I've been following this for years. And I done saw there's people on the local news doing the same thing these people from Hollywood doing. The same shit. Man, I've been out sweeping whenever I was in a car. And I talked about that earlier in the video. Whenever I was in a car, I would be out sweeping, man, for hours, man. revealing all of these different people, man. Different people I was seeing the government, man. I saw the mayor doing the same shit, Megan Barry, before she ended up getting fired. Doing the same shit. And somebody in her office was directly involved with the theft of one of my designs at 13 North Hill Street in South Nashville, where the old Wright funeral home used to be. So these people stole that design, and that front end especially. That whole front end, I had actually designed that, and these people stole it. And the person working in Megan Barry's office was Adrienne Bond Harris. And she's directly connected to this cult. And she was one of the people who were overseeing the building projects that were happening in South Nashville up on North Hill Street. My grandmama's house used to be right next to that. I'm talking about these people. I hate these people, man. I ain't never hated anything so much in my life than how I hate these people. I never hated anything this much. You know, I'm pretty much what you would call I'm in Christ consciousness. You know, and I may even have surpassed Christ consciousness. I think that's another principle. So I'm highly resonant. And these people sitting right here, man, around me, man, you wouldn't believe, man, the level of idiocy that I'm bothered with from these evil head ass motherfuckers. And like I said, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, man. If you evil, man, you just evil. You know what I'm saying? That's just the end of it. You know, if you wicked, you just wicked. But these people already done sold out. That's how they got so much money. And that's the reason why I'm so poor. You know, I heard somebody say 80 before, you know, was within the 80th percentile of black men are homeless. And I was already observing something like this before I even heard that stat. And guess what? I'm homeless. You know, I'm bouncing around, living with different people, but that's gonna end, and then I'll be back, you know, staying on the sidewalk. If I'm able to get a car, then I'll be living in my car again. Because they don't never, unless you conform or, you know, bow down to what they're doing, they'll just keep on trying to come around, man, trying to play some contract. I mean, how many people I had to run off trying to play some contractor that's putting your house together? You know, oh man, this person right here, they're gonna work on your apartment before you move in, and that person is an actor and they setting up cameras inside of your house. So you gotta get a bug detector, and then I gotta sweep all this shit, and then I can't have no TV, nothing like that. If I gave a fuck about even having one at this point in time. But it's just you know, it's just the principle of the thing. You know? Or if I have a car and I'm sitting right here building wealth off on my own, and I'm able to independently operate as an artist outside of being part of anybody's studio. And I mean 2D art. You know, if I can go out and hire my own animators and, you know, hire my own illustrators, and they'll be trying to do that shit. They were trying to do that too. Whenever I had my art studio, I was like, man, I need to get some illustrator. They were trying to put people around me that would be drawing and so I see them drawing, and, you know, you can't put me with nobody, man. You know, I used to, man, you know, and it might sound crazy, man, but you know, I'd be like, It may not sound crazy, but I remember being a drug dealer and being completely independent and operating a dope house. You know, and I remember how tight stuff used to have to be. You know, and then, you know, you had to lock the door, man, so many times a day. And you had to monitor so much traffic up and down. That's why I'm so good at just sweeping these motherfuckers out whenever they were coming around my neighborhood and shit. Whenever they saw that I was bearing fruit. You know, when I was starting to up and then start to do things. You know, and then, you know, when I'm sweeping out, man, hundreds of cars a day. And still sweeping out motherfuckers now. This asshole probably one of them. They'll come around like that. You know, but those skills actually gave me somewhat of an advantage. You know, and I remember being, man, in Jesus' religion and being like so self-loathsome, man. Like, man, I'm a sinner and, man, I did this, man. Those skills, man, actually gave me an advantage in this situation. And some dumbass motherfucker trying to come up to me and have a conversation. You know, I'm at work at Home Depot. This asshole come up to me, don't know, thinking his little bit is fooling me. And this was a few weeks ago whenever they had all that flooding. And talking about what I think about the flooding in New Orleans and what the government is doing about it. And the first thing I heard, I say, man, I heard about Nebraska. I heard about Missouri. I ain't heard nothing about New Orleans. I said, get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't got no opinion on it. And he would start, you think I'm finna talk to you about that? They be trying to get my political outlook, and they always want to know how you see something. You know, and that has diabolical intentions. You know, they what they see is trying to see they can, you know, so they can steal from it and eat off of it. What all these motherfuckers talking about eating. You know what I'm saying? You hear all you little rap niggas and shit talking about, you know, eating off the plate. That's what they talking about. That what I just now said is a big understanding for you to know. It's a big little code word of how they'll be off doing shit like this within these little social engineer situation in these cults. And what they talking about eating off the plate, they talking about how what I was just now and have been talking about how they look over your shoulder, they be trying to steal little bits and pieces of ideas and how you do something. And be trying to use that in material and media, music, the news even. You know? This place so fucking full of shit, man, it ain't even funny. Jerk ass, fake ass, acting motherfucker. You know? If your intention was to make me hate you, then you succeeded. You know? If that were these people's intention, I wouldn't come in looking for you no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking about these assholes, because they'll see this video online, they also got this phone tapped. You know, I wouldn't come in looking for you no way, trying to be part of nothing you got. You know? And and then I think about something. People got, all these people trying to make plays at them, and people doing all types of shit, man, in order to get close to one of these celebrities, even hurting them, and I can't be mad at them for trying to keep somebody away from them for that. Some fucking screwy head motherfucker who can't separate fact from fiction, and the character from the person. So, they come around them with all types of little stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. So, for that, I can't blame them. But I'm not one of them. You know? Guess what, man? I don't ever want to meet you. But I have, because some of these people that are actors have been fucking around me on my job. I'm like, man, this motherfucker. I don't know what this person's name here, man. I'm not good with names. You know, I'm really not. I was like, man, that person done played in several movies out there, so. Or this person right here, a singer. And they think they disguise is actually fooling me. You know what I'm saying? And some people, and sometimes, because they always got to let you know who they are. And sometimes, they, you know, I done just saw people, you know, where they done made themselves known, so I see them. To say, hey, I'm the person who's doing this. You know, because, man, this is a lot of information. But they will have you, okay, they'll have a scapegoat set up, right? They'll have somebody else that they'll have off somewhere, and they'll be trying to program them. And what they'll do is they'll set up, and that's the reason why you got to be a master of your own mind and be like, why am I here? Or what am I doing today? Or, you know, who's around me? Because they'll be trying to program you through little nuances of stuff that's related to you and try to get you somewhere, and they'll have somebody else who you may have a problem with, who does not know what time of day it is, and they'll be programming them, and they'll try to get y'all together. In some of these situations where you see some of these people fighting and some of these people shooting each other, they directly based off of what these people are doing. And they'll put that together. That way you have an escape, they have an scapegoat. They can say, well, shit, he had a problem with this person. And this person the one who did the dirt. And these people don't understand that this man, either one of these men were not masters of their mind. You know, they didn't understand certain things. You know what I'm saying? And they were under programming. They didn't understand that they were in a cult. Especially when it comes down to gang culture. And y'all really need to listen to this and get out of that red and blue stuff. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Because these people sitting right here manipulating y'all within the context of a color. That way they can get you on this side of town, at this mall and at this store, and you don't realize that you're there because they are programming you to be there. You got to be very aware of the reason why you're doing something. And you will start seeing it. You will start seeing a motherfucker trying to come past you with a t-shirt on, and, you know, and then that's trying to provoke a certain thought because they sitting right here surveillancing you, and they sitting right here spying on you. And they know, like, man, he looks at this like this, so bring somebody around, man, with this on their car, this decal on their car, this license plate, and you know what I'm saying? We'll push his mind like this, and this what these people are doing. This is psychological warfare.